100 years on, Russia's faithful still mark the date. And in this centenary year, the crowds in Yekaterinburg were especially large. First, a communion at the Church on the Blood, standing at the site of the Romanovs' execution. Then, a 21-kilometre procession to where the bodies were first buried. For these worshippers, Russia's last Tsar is a martyr.
He's an example of a highly spiritual man, noble, who suffered through all of this, but remained a real human. Nothing broke him down.
As Russia's revolution descended into a chaotic civil war, the captive imperial family were moved from St. Petersburg to central Russia. On the night of July the 16th, 1918, they were woken by Bolshevik guards, led down to a cellar, and were shot and bayoneted to death. For much of the Soviet period, discussion of the Romanovs was forbidden. Now, multimedia projects like this from a state broadcaster and the Federal Archive are publishing rare personal photos. But the ultimate fate of the 300-year dynasty that turned Russia from a fragmented northern European backwater into a pan-continental empire still brings up disagreements. Internal rifts mean the Russian Orthodox Church is still reluctant to recognize as authentic what forensic experts have long believed to be the Romanovs' remains. Canonised in 2000, the Tsar and his family are now saints and symbols the Church uses to preach the conservatism and self-reliance it wants Russia to adhere to.
No promises of a new happy life or support from outside, allegedly by more educated, advanced people, must tempt our people.
But while the state has venerated other Russian princes and emperors recently as symbols of a strong and resilient Russia, analyst Maria Lippmann says this last Tsar isn't one of them.
The reason for that may be that Nicholas II is not an achiever, he's a failure. He lost his empire, he lost his family, lost his life, old Russia was no more. So to Putin, he is not an especially attractive or appropriate hero.
Disagreement over the Romanovs is one of the many examples of the difficulty Russia has in reconciling with its bloody past. Rory, Challands, Al Jazeera, Moscow.